Welcome to Hey Girl. I'm your host, Bill Janice. Join me every week where I sit down with one of my amazing and talented friends who are experts in their field, and we have a little chat. It's time. It is time to talk about the diva, the queen, and everything in between. Miss Fabulous, the diva, oh God, I love her. I just can't get enough of her. Cher. So, drink. Drink.
Drink.
So
I might as well just hold it.
Yeah, you might as well just hold on that. So Sheila dances for Cher. Drink. And
this is
gonna be a hard one. Currently in the cast of classic Cher. And drink. Sorry. Look, I can't even get through my question.
Okay, just drink through the whole thing.
I love it. And anybody who's listened to this show, or anyone who knows me personally, or anyone who has seen any of my social media, knows that I am one of those fanatics. But I'm not crazy. Like, I'm not one of the crazy people.
No.
I'm right there, though. It's a thin line. You know what I mean? I'm like, no, but so anyway, so tell us. I actually have a fun game I want to play in addition to the drinking game, but First, let's just get the logistics out of the way. How'd you get the job?
Oh my gosh, I just finished Chris Angel Believe, and I was up in Sacramento. Luann called me from who you're going to be working
Wandering
with.
Box Bar from
Luann
Lorette,
McDormand.
and Wandering Box Bar, yep.
From Lorette, Wandering Box Bar. I love Luann. Luann's
she is
amazing. She's just always had my side. So she calls me and she's like, "Hey, can you be here in Vegas for an audition tomorrow?" And I said, "Oh, I'm in Sacramento. My fiance lives here." And she's like, "Well, it's for Cher." And I said, "Yeah."
Drink.
And drink. And she said, they're looking for a backup dancer and an aerialist. And I do aerial. And I've been training. I kept up with it the whole time with Believe and all the other stuff I've done. And so I said, "All right, cool." And so I literally got on a plane, was putting lashes on, and got an Uber. And I lived in Vegas still, but I was just visiting my fiance. Sure. I got an Uber, went to, what was it called? Fromagere was where
which is right by the flying studio behind it, Flying by Foy. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. Which does all our harnesses and stuff like that. So I went into the audition. As I'm going in, there was a girl call and a boy call, and then you danced, and then you went and did aerial after if you did do aerial. So I went in, and my dear friend Sean Vanderwelt, so he's an amazing guy, and we worked together on the Michael Jackson 20 years ago.
Which brings it back to you have to be if you're a good worker, people remember that. Yeah.
Yep. Brings it all back. And so he's coming out, and I was like, "Oh my God, Sean." Hadn't seen him in years. And I was like, how was your audition? I'm going in now. He's like, "I'm the assistant director to Denise Faye." And I was like, "Oh my God." And he's like, "You're going to get the job." And I was like,
I love it.
And I was like, "No, I really, I'm going to audition my ass off, and I want this." And I wasn't a Cher fan.
Don't say it like that, honey. Say fanatic. Maybe not a Cher fanatic.
Yeah, I knew of Cher. I liked her music, but I wasn't like
you weren't
drawn
like me.
to her as you were. Right. Now working for her,
honey,
I want Cher for president. She is so smart. She's so intelligent. She's so sexy. She's so talented. All of these things I'm saying, they're not one better than the other. She's all of them.
I love that.
Yeah, she's all of them. She's gracious. She's kind. She gives back. She's saucy. She's like a Bette Midler too. They've got that
they're from that, but they're also
vibe.
from that same generation.
Yeah,
of hardcore divas, like real divas that still can go on stage now in whatever age they're at and sing live and still kill it.
And they didn't have a fallout during their career where they can't. Right. Some artists you can see, not naming them, they are not going to come back. We all want to come back, but they've just always managed themselves so beautifully. And they have a great interconnection with their camp, as you call it, when you're on tours, like the people you work with. Everyone's loyal to everyone. But anyway, so I auditioned, danced. People were falling in the audition. It was really hard. The choreography was in heels, and it was hard. And I wore a G-string. I wore a G-string for the audition. I kind of did that kind of Cher thing. You know? And then afterwards they were like, okay, come do aerial. So I did silks, and I think I did some other apparatus. I can't remember.
Did you do lyra or anything?
And I did lyra. No, I did web, silks, and I think a little bit of a hammock routine. Yeah. But I was exhausted.
Sure.
I just did this like crazy audition for the dance part, 30 million times, and then go in and now use my arms. Oh my God, it was crazy. But so I left the audition, and I have not a lot of people know this, but I guess I could say it now.
Tell us. Tell us.
Okay, this is like a
Hey Girl
reveal.
exclusive. Like, you're gonna give us some real tea, right?
Yeah, no one, and this no one knows this. I think maybe one person. After I went to the audition, I had such a great audition, and I was back in Vegas, and I didn't hear anything for about a month. And I was training aerial pole, and I was doing a trick, and I had slipped. The grip was slippery, and I had slipped, and I had a mat under me, very protected when I'm training. And the crash mat, I fell from the aerial pole, or not aerial pole, it was a static pole. I fell maybe, I don't know, maybe 5 feet, but my foot landed on the crash mat and the floor at the same time. And I heard a crack. And I got nauseous, and I was like, oh my God, I'm going to pass out. Okay, I started to feel better, had a Diet Coke, whatever. Went 4 days. My right side of my pinky toe metatarsal turned black.
Oh, no.
I didn't know what, still hadn't heard anything from the Cher camp. I didn't know what was going on. And I went to the ER, and I was like, all right, I'll get it, an x-ray. And I had a broken foot.
Oh my gosh.
I cracked my metatarsal in my right foot part. It was about an inch deep. And and so I still hadn't heard anything from Cher. Didn't tell anyone. Because I was like, I'm still on hold for this job.
Right, and you don't want to tell somebody because they're afraid that they'll pass you up if they think you're injured. Yeah.
They'll pass you up. There's 10 people in line, honey.
Right.
So, hey, girl, I got a bone stimulator. I bought some weird cream from Korea.
What's a bone
and
stimulator?
Put it on my. There's some science behind it. It's like a magnetic, like puts electrodes into your.
So it's kind of like an ultrasound type vibe.
Sort of, and it's supposed to regrow and help the bone grow faster, whatever. I bought cream from Korea. I was putting on there. I was taking like vitamins.
You're getting some witchcraft going too, and like.
Yeah, I bought a boot. I didn't walk on it for another 3 weeks, and I just babied it. I ice bathed it. I did everything. And then, I put myself on crutches, and I came to Sacramento, and I didn't tell anyone. This is totally exclusive. Like, no one in the Cher camp knows it. Maybe Melanie knows it. My choreographer, she's one of my dear friends. I think I told her, but no, I didn't tell anyone. And so I went back and got an x-ray, and the guy's like, wow, your foot's healing so fast. So I'm like, slab, bone stimulator, everything up. So 2 months, that was 2 months, or about a month and a week. And so I finally get the call, and I'm on my crutches because I'm babying it. I don't want it. And I'm on my crutches, and Denise Faye calls me and says, you got the job.
I love it.
And I was like, oh my God. And you start in a week.
Okay.
And so I was like, oh my, so excited. And I threw those crutches down. I took off that air boot, and for that entire week, I got my butt in shape. It hurt. I iced my foot. Whatever. I did that whole first, like maybe 2 months rehearsals and 2 months of the first show.
Technically with a broken
still
foot.
On a broken
foot.
Yeah.
Oh, honey.
Technically
well,
with a
cheers.
broken foot.
Cheers to that.
Thank you.
Cheers,
Yeah.
honey.
But now it's fully healed, and
Did you
no
have
one
any
ever
other
knew.
problems?
And
Then no, like you were able to.
I've never had a problem
Good.
since. Never.
But you
Isn't
gotta
that crazy?
be smart with your body, and you obviously were. You did everything you were supposed to do, and you iced it every night. And I'm sure you kept it elevated. I mean, you did what you're supposed to do. So I got it.
Yeah. Oh, my roommate at the time.
Oh,
Kane,
yeah, of course,
amazing guy.
Yeah.
Kane
He was
knew.
in Mystere,
Kane was
right?
the one. Yeah, he still is in Mystere when
Yeah.
it comes back. He's an amazing choreographer. Everything he knew, so he was like, "You got this," you know. So anyway, so I went and rehearsed, and I got the job, and so I did classic Cher. I did Drea Weber's the aerialist coach. I learned the aerial routines from her, and I did Denise Faye and Melanie Lewis and Sean were the choreographers to Denise Faye. And the audition process was awesome. The first time I met Cher was literally probably 2 days of rehearsals before we had our first show at the Park Theater. And she gave me a huge hug. She walked right up to me and gave me a huge hug. Oh.
Drink.
She gave me a huge hug and was like, "Welcome. We're so glad to have you." It gave me this big hug. Later came to find out that Melanie Lewis, one of my dear friends, she wasn't at the audition, but Cher watched and handpicked me from a video.
Take a drink.
That's pretty cool.
That's amazing.
Because
and I believe it, of course, completely understandable.
Right.
Because you're amazing. You're amazing.
Yeah. Oh,
but no,
thank
but
you.
like, oh my God, like, listen.
Sometimes you think like, oh, other people will pick and then you'll just blend in. But she actually she wants to know who she's hiring. And she wants sexy women.
Of course she does.
She's like, so excited. Like, it was really cool. So that was like, oh, I like this chick.
Like she
okay.
I remember. Okay, so wait. So now let's loop me into the story here, because being one of your close friends, and knowing how I feel about her, about Cher. You can drink again.
I did.
I mean, can you? I swear, I'm not trying to make it about me, but if there were ever a moment I'm going to, it's going to be right now. Is that can you tell me? I remember I was living in New York. I had moved back to New York from Vegas for a couple years when this happened for you. And I do remember you calling to tell me, which was amazing, and I was freaking out and loving it. But what was?
Yeah, you were the first person I called. After,
so yeah, tell me.
But you didn't know.
What was your getting to tell me? Sorry, I know I'm not trying to make it about me, but getting to tell me, you had to have been excited to tell your friend that you were dancing for Cher, right? That loves Cher.
Well, yeah, and the whole time I'm like, holy shit, my foot's broken. It's like, but I don't care. I have to do this for Bill. No, you were the first person I called. I think I called my mom and my dad, and then I called my mom and my dad, and then I called you, and all I thought to myself was, Bill is gonna lose his
and I did.
Shit. You did, and I continued to call you on tour and play. I play songs for you like live. Or I did a video on the side of the stage, like, "Hey, Bill." Like,
she was amazing. And that was the thing. I love that you brought it up, so I'm glad we can talk about it because that's the thing. Like, okay, you guys have to know, like, Sheila was amazing. She did things like she would like FaceTime me, and whenever during the show, and of course, like, well, first of all, I mean, if Sheila calls, if I'm available, I'd answer anyway. It's not a question because we're friends, But we didn't used to typically FaceTime often, so I knew if I was seeing a FaceTime coming in that it was something cool, and I would answer. And the minute I would answer, she would be on the screen immediately, like going shh, shh, like because she wasn't supposed to be calling. And it would be like her in the wings while Cher is doing like a sound check, and she or her in her dressing room, like in costume. I mean. And it just made me feel like I was a part. Like I was a part of it.
Hear
her. It
made
me feel like I was with you.
Yeah, like. Yeah, I was like in my dressing room. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna call Bill, and he can hear the song live. I mean, my dressing room. I would never
Oh no,
disrespect
no, no,
Cher
yeah.
and like
She didn't do anything
the
like that.
camp
Yeah, yeah.
and be like, oh,
Right.
I didn't
No,
do
no,
that
no,
kind of
no.
stuff. But I was like, oh, this is a moment where I can call Bill and just be quiet and let him listen to the song live because he is such a huge
And I
fan.
loved it.
And
I loved it.
yeah, I did that a lot for you.
And I hope you do it again when you guys come
'cause
back.
I know. I hope they're like, she did
Right,
what?
right. So wait, so let's talk about that. Okay, so wait, I love it. All right, right. So okay, me. Look, and I'm wearing my Cher T-shirt here. Look, and I've got
I know. I
my
love
Cher
that
dolls
one.
here. Here, let's talk about this. Let's talk about what kind of a
Of course you
fan
do.
I am, because here's the thing. Like,
Oh, you've been a fan forever. I think for your birthday too, before I even got into the show,
you got me a couple
gave
vinyl.
you a
You got me
record
like
of
3
Cher.
vinyl
Yeah,
records. I
a couple
still have them.
vinyls.
I
Yeah,
would love it if you could get them autographed for me.
I
You
can
do
do
your
my
best. All right,
best.
I'm gonna get them to you because I have them on my wall in my bedroom, and I love them.
I love
You
it.
also got me a Tina Turner one, which I love.
I did,
But
yes.
no, Sheila's amazing with that kind of stuff, and I have I'm wearing my shirt, and so okay. I always think of those those like kind of like black and white old video clips that we see of like our parents like going crazy over the Beatles or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like when you see
Elvis. Yeah.
teenage girls like just screaming and falling all over themselves, and that's kind of how I am at a Cher concert.
You can hear Bill scream out of the whole
Right.
audience. The whole audience, you can
I
hear
remember
Bill.
when we got to come and see. I mean, I've seen Cher I think 15 times at this point, but
Yeah.
I've only had the pleasure of seeing you in the show once so far, but I'm going to see more.
Yeah.
But I remember the time when we all went, when our group of friends, all met in Vegas to see you in the show, and we had it was just so lovely. We had the best time because it was also kind of like a reunion because a lot of us hadn't been together in a long time, And I do remember like as embarrassing or silly as it might make me look, I was like crying during the show. I was like, I love this,
No,
but in a
it's
good
good.
like happy tears,
Yeah. No, I remember the aerial part. I was up in the air and I could hear you screaming because it was just so quiet.
Oh yeah, because everybody else was like in the moment and like enjoying this like somber, loving moment, and I was like,
and
ah!
he's like, and then
Jamal's like, is that Bill?
"What's
Jamal's like,
going
is
on?"
that Bill? No.
Yeah. And I'm like, that's Bill. That's Bill. He's like, holy cow, it was so
I
cute.
remember even Mike, our good friend Mike. Like I remember him even so Anne, his wife, was sitting between us, and I remember him even like reaching like around her to like high five me and like hug me. He's like just having so much fun watching me have fun. You know what I mean? Watching Cher and you.
Yeah.
You know
It was. Oh yeah, honey. I just watch her on stage. I'm just like.
So wait, look at
And she's so.
go ahead, tell me.
I just want to say she's so great on stage. She communicates, with you. And a lot of artists nowadays, some that I've worked for like Billboard Awards and stuff, they're a different breed.
Sure.
And they're super talented, but they
don't interact
really,
as much.
Like, Cher, when you're on stage with her, she's like, she'll be singing, and then she's like, you can tell she's like, she's like, oh, hey girl.
Yeah.
Like she just really sees
I love
you.
that.
It's really, and it's very nice and refreshing because, we're all doing the same show and she knows that we're all there to make her look good. And, she just, the vibe that she gives off when she's on stage. And I mean, she just looks amazing, sounds amazing, smells amazing. She's just so great.
I love it. Yeah.
You're just like,
everything about it. Everything about it. It's just
Yeah. She's just
no,
great.
but I
Anyway,
love
go
that,
on.
and it's like, because we know as being performers, it's like when you're on stage, and especially when you're doing the same show over and over again, it can get monotonous or whatever, And
exactly.
I've always loved that about other performers. Is there are different types of performers, and there are people that you can do a show with, and you could be on stage and do the same choreography, but have a different experience each night because you're connecting in a different way
Every time.
But then there's other people that are robots, and they just don't connect with you. Like you are like trying to look at them on the eye on stage and do this choreography, and they're just not having you. So I love to hear that Cher is not one of those people. She's one of those people that like connects with her performers.
Oh my God. She's so respectful and so great. And it just, it's such a happy
Yeah.
camp. I don't know. I thought about all the other shows I've done before, and there were times, but every single show, and like when you're on tour, that's hard.
That's
You
a
do a
lot of
show,
work.
you're
People
in
don't
a
realize how much work it is to be on tour. Yeah.
yeah, you're on a 12-hour bus ride, sleeping in your little cubby. Like, and I mean, she has a
Well,
great
she
bus,
does, but you
know,
do.
everyone's yeah, we have a great bus too, but it's like it's just
But
it's
I'm sure hers is a
exhausting to
little
get
bit more
into a
spacious
hotel.
than yours. So let's just keep it real.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, yes. But it's exhausting, and go finding a whole new arena is like the catering's over here. There's just so many
Sure,
things
sure,
for
sure.
everyone. It's just very exhausting. And so, but every single show is always so
Sure. I
exciting.
love it.
And she does I guess I'm sure I can say this. We did like movie theater night. She rented out a movie theater in like some weird small
Shut
town
up.
and we all
What did you
went.
watch? What did you
Yeah,
watch?
we all Oh, it was a movie. I forget the name of the movie. I think we were all shocked because we're like, wow, we're all. What's
Wait, what
the
does
movie?
Cher eat during a movie? Does she have like popcorn and Sour Patch Kids, or what is she like? What does Cher do watching a movie? I gotta know.
She watched the movie.
Come on, you gotta give me more.
Like, no, I'm serious.
But what did she eat?
Like,
Did she get concessions? Like, I like to pick out when I'm at the movies. Or was she drinking wine? I
know.
bring wine to the movies sometimes too.
I've actually never seen her drink. I don't
Okay,
think she
probably
drinks.
not.
Yeah, but honestly, I don't know. I know I had popcorn,
I love you.
but yeah, but and then we'll do like she'll do bingo night for the bus drivers,
Yeah.
everyone on the tour. She'll rent out a ballroom and we'll do bingo night, and she gives away money for
Yeah.
bingo. She's awesome.
She's my love for her is justified, is what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, she's
So
awesome.
let me tell you something. All right, so let's look at this here. So I've got a couple Cher dolls here. We've got
I've met
our
them.
Timeless Treasure doll here and her purple Bob Mackie, which I love.
Yes, Bob Mackie.
And then I have the Turn Back Time doll. But I also have this still in its original box. I have two of these. So one of these is in a box, which I'll never open. And then I open the other one to play with because, you know.
Because, I'm Bill and I
but, because what happened that year is that was like a birthday year where I'd gotten both of the same doll from two different people. So
nice.
I opened one and I kept to play with, and I kept one in the box because, whatever.
Nice.
But then
what
was funny is that, so doing her first residency at Caesars, so just Cher, not classic Cher, just Cher.
Oh yeah, just
So
Cher.
I remember
Yeah.
going, and I had this doll with me, this very doll, and I was with my friend Tara Foy, and we went to watch, and there was some people in front of us that we kind of started talking to, and apparently they ended up being the owners of Piranha nightclub here in Vegas, right? But they were,
nice.
They were like, okay, so it was like two guys and like a girl who was like their friend. The guys, I'm not even gonna say their names; it doesn't matter. But they were not sober. Okay, sort of thing, And I am not judging because I love my cocktails, but the show hadn't even.
Sounds
right, but
Vegas.
the show hadn't even started yet. So we're kind of in that moment where, whatever. And they were like, oh, can we see your doll? Oh, let me see your doll. Let me play with it. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And like I give them the doll, but they were so drunk that they were like being like violent with it and like moving it around. And I was freaking out. I was like, don't shake her like
sure.
that, And I remember it. And then the girl that they were with was trying to like diffuse it. Like, because she could see that they were being obnoxious, and I was trying to be polite and like, oh, can I have my doll back? Kind of moment, And I remember thinking, even in that moment, to myself, I'm like, Bill, like how I talk to myself, I'm like, lady, calm down. I'm like, listen, you don't want to see his headline tomorrow that there were like. There was a fight at the Cher show in Las Vegas over a doll. Anyway, but I just remember that. And when they lost her microphone, she was carrying a microphone, and it got lost during that exchange. But it was always a funny story.
I mean, it's funny too. Like you think about Cher, she has every shape, size, color, ethnicity, anybody that listens to Cher, she's got the
She's
whole
got it
world.
all, yeah. And I've got my half-breed
Yeah.
doll here, and still in the original box.
Of course.
Yeah.
I know when they took that out of the show, I was so sad.
I know, it's such a great number. So
Yeah.
you know, all right. So let's get down to it.
I love your Cher dolls.
Thank you.
I'm gonna kiss all three of them.
Yeah, it's good. So listen, I mean, this has become like a joke, but like with like okay, because I feel like I love Cher as much as we already know. But I feel like I have so many friends who at this point have had the pleasure of either working for her or meeting her. And it's become this joke where I'm like, I think that her security just knows me by now. And they think I'm too much of a freak. They won't let me near her. Like it became that joke when I moved back to New York. Okay, so when she was planning her show, her classic Cher show at Park MGM, I was...
Yeah, because you just moved.
But it was to the day. And that became the joke. So like I worked at Monte Carlo, which was what it was called before it became Park MGM, for like 3 years. And then literally the day I had resigned because I was moving to New York. Then I was sitting on the plane here in New York the next day, like one day after I had turned in my credentials, turned in everything that says I'm an employee at Park MGM. And then all of a sudden there was all these press releases that Cher is doing a show at Park MGM. I'm like, oh, well, it's safe now that I've turned in all of my credentials. So you got to tell me, though, Cher loves me, right? Like, she loves me. She's got to love me. She knows who I am. I know she does.
I honestly, like, she loves you, of course. I don't know. I mean,
she's got to know that
funny,
Bill is part of the Vegas camp. Bill's like, I've invited her to every birthday party I've ever had.
Oh my God, I love that.
I know she has to love. She has to at least know who I am. Just lie. Just lie and say it.
I'm sure she does. She's very aware of everything. So. But oh, sorry, my throat just got dry.
Take a drink.
I don't know, like it's. Oh yeah, I'm gonna drink.
Cheers.
I said cheers. Cheers. Yeah, I mean, but I don't know how it all works. I mean, it's the security and all that. Like, I mean, I do know that she loves you, and I know that she loves everyone.
No, and I will give you that. I appreciate it. Like, there's been times where I've said those jokes to Sheila, you know, like where there's been, like, even for example, look how passionate I get about it. Like she was here, she was in Vegas, you know, maybe over the summer, I can't remember, you know, where she was campaigning for Biden, but like she was at an event, like a public event that not a lot of people were at, but it also wasn't that advertised, you know? And I remember it was during COVID. And I remember being like, oh my God, I would have been camped out on that sidewalk waiting to see her. Even if it was from like 20 feet away, I don't care, you know? But I was like, I remember joking with you and I was like, why does she hate me? Why is she trying to stay away from me? Like nobody told me about it until it was done. And then I got like 30 phone calls saying, did you know Cher was here? Did you know Cher was at the Garden? Did you know Cher was down the street from you?
Oh my gosh. Well, we didn't even know. I mean, I didn't even know that she was. We're so on hold.
I know.
The tour is just a hold. No one knows anything, you know? And so, but I do know she loves everybody in the whole world and she's awesome.
She is awesome.
And you're included.
Thank you. Cher loves me. You heard it here. All right, so let's play this. I have this one. Because now I'm getting drunk. So
I love it.
All right, I have a game. So wait first.
Okay.
I need you, and you can take a minute or two if you need to. I need you to, in this fabulous room you're in, gather at least two, maybe three pieces of Cher memorabilia. Oh. So take a minute, go grab them, and come back.
Wait, of memorabilia, like
whatever you have of Cher, of your time with Cher. I mean, like the poster behind you could be considered one thing. I don't know, like anything. I need Cher. Okay. I need classic Cher show memorabilia.
Got it. Okay.
All right.
I'll be right back.
Take your time.
First of all, I want to say,
I'm
are
here.
you there?
Yeah.
Okay. I have a lot.
You have a what? A lot? Okay,
And
cool.
I have just a lot of like things that are fun. Okay. Oh, I didn't grab. I have a Cher record, but it's downstairs that I love. But anyway, okay. So wait, one more thing's on top here. Hold on. So like, okay, we'll take a
All right.
beat, and then I'll just kind of. I've got all the programs too for
Okay.
you to look at. But I was trying to think of like, I have like some fun pictures and moments of things. But anyway, okay. All right,
Okay,
I'm ready.
so all right, here we are. So show me. I need at least 3 Cher memorabilia things that you have, and you don't know what they're for yet, but just show me what you have. I need at least 3. Show me. All
I
right.
have a
Well,
lot.
okay, that's fine. Show me a couple of what you have.
Okay, so my favorite is my I Love Cher button.
Gorgeous.
Because I went to, I think I was in DC, and this little like vintage store was so excited. So for the day they were passing out I Love Cher
Yeah.
buttons, and I went in and I was like, oh, can I buy a button? They're like, no, she's performing
And you're
tonight.
like, I
So
know,
they
I'm
were
performing
passing
with
them
her.
out to
Yeah.
everyone. Well, no, I didn't
Yeah,
like
yeah.
tell them, and so it's because I sometimes I like that. This is a Cher tour poster when we were in, I think we were in the Birmingham Arena, and that was the European tour. I literally rolled it off the wall and carried
I
it
love
back,
it.
and my suitcase broke, and so I took a wrap Cher. It was like a sticker, and I stuck it to my suitcase to keep my suitcase together on tour. How funny is that? Okay, then this is just for fun. This was the audition. I know this is kind of funny. This is my audition G-string that I wore to get the job.
Okay. Yes, girl.
How
I
funny
love
is
it.
that?
I love
Okay.
it. What else?
Um, let's see. Okay, so this is the classic Cher, and she signed it.
Oh my
So
God.
yeah, so this was the first year I started, 2018, classic
Yeah.
Cher, and this is the only thing I got signed by her. It was kind of a wham because one of the dancers was leaving, so I threw one in
Yeah,
there,
yeah,
and I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
maybe I'll get
Yeah,
one
sign it. Yeah,
signed
yeah.
because it's kind of hard, to do that. So I love this photo. I have her
and I have
t-shirt,
that
love it.
program, but it's just not signed. Yeah.
I know it's all the things. This is the Cher 2008 one.
I don't have that one.
Same
Ooh, I don't
picture.
have that one. Yeah.
2018, and then I have 2019, and then I also have all the dancers in the band signed this one, 2019. And then my favorite Cher shirt is this one.
Yeah.
Because that body is so amazing, right? And then somebody reached out to me on Instagram, and she was like, her name is Dickie Duncan Brand, and she was like, oh my gosh, you work for Cher. And I was like, yeah. I was like, whatever, I love your shirts. And so she made a awesome Cher Jordan shirt. So that's, remember,
The
the
Air
Michael
Jordan
Jordan
shirt. Yeah, I remember it. Yeah,
Air Jordan. And on the back it says, do you believe in ball after all? Love.
Yeah, I
Get
it.
That's kind of funny. Okay. And then and then another guy that I work with currently now, because I do vintage and stuff, he actually is an old he's an old news anchor, TV reporter, and he takes pictures of old like newspaper stuff, and he made me 2 coasters.
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah, and so he sells them at the shop that I'm working at now and curating vintage for. So.
Perfect.
But anyway, that's it. I don't know if there's like
No, it's good. It's perfect.
I'm sure I have trinkets everywhere.
So what we're gonna do? Some questions here to see how well you know Cher. And for every answer you get wrong, I get to pick one of those things. And if you get it wrong, I get to keep one. Is that cool?
Oh my God! Okay.
So
I don't know that much, but
no,
okay.
it's okay. I mean, I think
Whew,
they're kind of
sweating.
easy. I really do. I think they're kind of easy. But again, I know I'm a freak and whatever. So, all right. We have three.
Oh my
We have 3
God.
questions here. All right. So hold up one of those items, and this will be what we're playing for right now. Okay, I don't want your G-string. How about the Cher pin? The I heart. Okay, coaster done. Coaster.
Oh. No, you can.
The Cher pin. All right. So we're playing for the Cher pin. All right. So here's the question for you to keep your pin. Can you please tell me what movie did Cher win her Academy Award for Best Actress?
Moonstruck.
Great, you get to keep your pin. See, I told you they're fairly easy. You're all nervous over here. All right, show me the next one. Show me the next thing that I could win.
Let's
do a coaster. Ooh, the Dark Lady poster, honey. Yes. All right.
I know. This is the best with the cat. Oh.
All right, so this question's a little harder. How many movies has Cher co-starred in with her real-life friend Meryl Streep, and can you name those movies? For the Dark Lady coaster.
Oh my gosh. Okay. How many movies and Meryl Streep? Oh my gosh. I've had too many claws.
All right. It's okay. I'll give you a clue.
Wait, hold on.
I'll give you you want a clue or no?
Wait, okay. I want a clue.
I will tell you it is under 5.
Okay.
And
I'm like blanking on the Meryl Streep thing. Oh my God, this is like horrible.
In the movies,
you threw me off on Moonstruck.
Yeah.
So
well, the movies
like,
span over 30 years, so it's the most recent one. I will say the most recent one was in 2018.
Okay. Mamma Mia.
Yep. Mamma Mia 2.
Yeah. 2. Sorry. That's the camera cut out. The audio
All right,
cut out.
you got one. What else?
Okay, Mamma Mia 2. Meryl Streep, Cher, Meryl Streep, Cher. Oh my gosh. Mamma Mia 2. She wasn't in 1.
No. You're right. Keep going.
Yeah.
Side note, when I was living in New York when Mamma Mia 2 came out, and I lived right by a movie theater. And I used to in Queens, and I used to go to this movie theater and all the time. And there was one of the times I was leaving the theater, and there was one of those, those big cardboard stand-ups of whatever movie, right?
Yeah.
And there was one of Mamma Mia 2, but they had each character individually cut out, like cardboard cut out.
Oh, fun.
And I grabbed the Cher one. I left with it. My roommate got home later that night. He's like, "Did you steal Cher from the movie theater?" I'm like, "Yeah." All right, so whatever. Keep going. You got one.
Okay, Mamma Mia 2. Oh my God, I'm blanking on Meryl Streep. I have to get her out of my head and go back to Cher movies. She wasn't in Mermaids. She wasn't in Burlesque.
So the one of them is fairly old. It's an older movie. And then the other one is a fair.
Oh, so there's 3.
Yeah, I just let you. Yeah, you have it. Yep, you got that.
Thank you.
And then the other, there is 3, but you got to name them.
Keep talking.
You got to name
talking.
them. I'm trying to help you. But then the other one is I'll give you this last final hint. There's an older classic. I'll call it a classic, where I think even Meryl won or was at least nominated for an Academy Award for that movie that they were in together. But the other one is a Farrelly Brothers movie, a comedy.
God, you know what's coming to mind, and neither of them are in it? Death Becomes Her.
Well, Meryl's in that. Meryl's in Death Becomes Her.
Oh, yeah, she is in it. That's right. Goldie Hawn. Oh, my God.
All right, I think I won the coaster.
Oh, wait. One more. Yeah, I think you did. I have an idea. Witches of... No, she wasn't in it, right? That was... God, I feel like an idiot. Coaster's yours. What are they?
So 3 movies. They were in Silkwood together.
I've never seen
Silkwood,
that.
and then they were in Stuck on You, which was a Farrelly Brothers comedy. The people who did There's Something About Mary.
God.
Yeah. And then they were in Mamma Mia 2.
Coaster's yours.
Yeah! We have a final question here, and this is the hardest.
Okay.
But so it's the hardest question, so it should have the best prize. What do you got there?
So since it's the hardest question and I've got the best prize, I happen to have a October
Ooh!
Fest Cher poster.
Honey, I'm in it.
So let me focus. Hold on, Lee.
Because you want to keep that poster, don't you?
I do want to keep this poster. All right, hold on. Let me wipe the sweat off my brow. Okay, what is it?
Okay, so this actually, based on our how our conversations have gone, we've kind of already mentioned all of these movies, so I'm giving you a big hint here. But I need you. Cher obviously has been in many films, but there are 3 specific roles that have been critically acclaimed, and I would actually argue at this point iconic cinematic moments. So you have to name 3 films that she was in, and the 3 films are, you need to name the one she played a witch, she played a lawyer, and she also played a lesbian. Go.
Witches of oh shit, what is it? Shit. Witches of West. Oh,
other side, not West, but yes.
Eastwick.
All right, you got one.
Okay.
Now what movie was she a lawyer in?
It wasn't Moonstruck.
Nope.
God, I can think of her outfit right now. Lawyer. Oh, this poster's definitely being sent in the mail.
Sorry, I didn't mean that to sound like an evil laugh either.
Yeah, you're like,
all of a sudden I turned to like the count or something on Sesame Street.
Lawyer. Wait, what was the third one? Lawyer.
The other one, she played a lesbian. Different movie than Lawyer.
Right. Mermaids, she was a lesbian, right? God. Why are these all movie questions? What about song questions?
We can do a song question if you want.
No. The poster's yours. What are they?
Do you want to know the answers?
I do, because now I'm going to have to watch them.
So she played a lawyer in a movie called Witness.
Oh, I don't think I've ever
seen that.
Good one.
You should check it out. And then she played the other one we mentioned already was what I said earlier. We played was Silkwood with Meryl Streep. She played,
which was the other one I never saw. Oh, well, I've got a long night tonight. Well, here you go.
I love you.
It's all yours.
I love it.
Send me your address.
Send it to the Hey Girl Penthouse, honey. Anyway.
Oh, man, you didn't get the pin, but you know what? I have an extra one laying around here somewhere. So.
Oh, I love you.
I'll send them all to you.
So, okay, last thing about Cher. I have to know. I mean, okay, listen, I know. I get it. I know what it's like when, obviously there's like a huge, cast and crew and, whatnot. I know you don't get a lot of like one-on-one FaceTime with her.
No, she's, when she's around, she's always awesome and pleasant. But yeah, we're very kept.
But my little fantasy is that she'll one day hear this episode, right? Like, because, so I want to take a moment to talk to Cher for 2 seconds.
Sure.
And I need you to make sure she hears this one day.
Oh my God, I love that. I'll do my best.
Actually, hold on. I don't even know. I mean, I was kind of half kidding. I didn't really prepare anything, but hold on. I don't know.
Here we are.
What would I do? Like, what would I do if I actually met Cher? Like, how do you think I would act? Like, if I actually had the opportunity to be face to face with her?
Well, see, I know you so well, and you're just, you exude happiness, and you're just always so positive, and just, it comes from such a great place. So, so like, for example, I can't stand needles or blood, but when I see someone in distress and like say, this kid fell and he was bleeding, instead of me panicking, I literally called 911 and helped him. So I feel like you'd be surprised, you think you'd go crazy and like, but then you just, all of a sudden you're like, I'm in the moment. I have to do, oh my God. I think
I'd be cool. I hope I would be cool. I hope, but
I think you would be. I think you'd be surprised. I mean, there's no one that I feel like I'm a mega fan. There really isn't. Like I kind of change and rotate my life, but like I envy you to have that person, and not just like, oh, it's the new thing. Like Cher has guided you through your whole life, and she does that with people. She connects with people with her lyrics, with her films, with her
fashion, everything,
her politics. Like there's so many things that she does. So it's kind of like, I think if you were to ever meet her, you'd be cool as a cucumber, and then we'd go back and talk about it and be like, oh my God, you would freak out.
I think you're right, and I appreciate that. I do think you're right because I may have thought about it once or twice before, what that would look like, you know. Oh yeah, we better drink. I love it.
I love it.
No, and my thing is it's like, if there was two scenarios in my head that play out. One of them is a surprise scenario, like where maybe like someone like you or whatever, like in some magical fantasy world, works out some surprise, like a way for us to meet, but it's a surprise for me, kind of a thing, right? Even if it's like a 10-second meeting, I don't know. I'm not putting that on you. I'm just saying in my own fantasy world, that's a possibility.
I love you.
And then the other is like a by chance meeting. The other is like, oh, maybe I run into her like at an event that we're both so fabulous and we're both at, right? Which is kind of more of a long shot, but but in both scenarios, I would like to think that I would be everything you just said. Like that I would be cool. Yeah, I'd be excited. I'd be cool.
Totally
but I don't know. I feel like I might be like Jack McFarlane from Will and Grace, where I just kind of queen out. And there's something to be okay with that too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I just think it's, people have energy, and
she's big on like spiritual and earthly energy and like people's vibration and stuff, right?
I don't know. I mean, I just think that she is I think we all are, actually. I think we all are very in tune with how we want to feel or present, or if you're in a danger situation, like you're like, oh, I feel danger, or you're happy, I'm happy. Like, it's all peace and love. So you guys will be fine. But this is the best part. If you ever do meet Cher, since you've already created two scenarios, because it's like when you go shopping, I need red shoes. You never find red shoes. You buy the black dress or the black pants or the whatever. So since you've already created the two scenarios, it's going to be one of those like ex-boyfriend, girlfriend moments where you're like, you're looking haggard, you're filling up your gas tank. And
she's going to be there looking amazing. And I'm going to be like all disheveled, like, Cher.
Yeah. They roll down their window and they say something like, hey. And you're just like, really? Really? Like, that's how it's going to happen.
Right now.
Yeah, right now. Because you're, I mean, that's how I think life is. You always want something, and then if you don't get it, it always comes to you in a different form that you never would have thought, whatever. But the experience will be amazing.
So I'm going to take this one moment to try and say something to Cher, assuming she'll listen to this one day.
Okay,
and
go for it.
assuming that, like this will be me like trying to like say something eloquent that I probably won't be able to do in the moment.
I love that. You're totally prepared.
All right, so I think that I would just want Cher to know. I mean, I'm sure she already does, that that she has touched so many lives over a span of multiple generations at this point, and I think that when you can make a connection with an audience. And not just the individual, but the audience and the individual is something that doesn't happen, I think, as often anymore. And I think that, For me, Cher is one of those people that brings me joy. She brings me encouragement. She brings me motivation. And even brings me tears when I need them, when we need that release of tears, you know? So she's kind of been that everything for me, as silly as it may sound, because I don't know her personally, of course, but I think that she has been that beacon of encouragement and light for so many people, because even when you look at her career and you look that it wasn't all gravy all the time, you know, and there were definite ups and definite downs. And she's just one of those iconic figures that we just love to love. So I love you and I appreciate you, Cher.
Aww, I love it.
She's been there. She's been there
that.
through every emotion. And that's what's so powerful when somebody, as I mentioned before, and I'm not trying to be repetitive, but can connect with their audience in such a deep way. It's something that is very special.
And she's projecting that to lots of people. And when you do see her or in a close presence, she is doing that to you, whoever's in the room.
Oh, I love it.
So she's pretty freaking awesome.
Freaking awesome.
She's pretty freaking awesome.
Well, she obviously hires some pretty freaking awesome people as well. So let's.
Aw, thank you. Every night I go, man, I'm very
You're
lucky
like,
girl.
do you believe in life after love? Cheers. No. Wait, do you have a favorite Cher song?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's so many.
There's a lot. Yeah.
Like I said, when I first started working for her, I was more like, oh my gosh, Bill is going to be so excited. Because I just, I knew Believe and all that stuff. But, oh my gosh, favorite song. Okay, all right. I happen to love, sorry, my dog's here. And now I'm like pulling. My favorite Cher song is definitely Dark Lady.
I love it. No, fabulous song. And I love like that part where like you can clap, like do that double clap in the middle of the chorus.
Yes.
And, like when I remember when I worked at Hamburger Mary's in Chicago, whenever
I love that Hamburger Mary's.
Whenever we used to play that song on the jukebox or whatever, like everybody would do that clap, like during that part.
I love it. And then my favorite, I haven't seen all of her performances or what she's done, but when she did the Elvis look.
Oh, that was good. The walking in Memphis.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And actually, side note, for the last 3 years, because I'm a huge Elvis fan. I love Elvis Presley. I've always loved his sound. I've always everything. Anyway, not that my parents did, but I don't know. Somehow I love Elvis. It. And every single night of the show, when she would sing Memphis, I would go to the side of the stage, just as I did with Bette Midler for The Rose, and literally sit there and watch her and listen to her sing it live. And I was like, yeah.
I love that. So, you know what song I mean, of course, the same thing. I feel the same way. There's so many,
Yeah.
Obviously I like the songs that everybody likes. Like I do really, as cliche as it may be, but I really do love Believe, and I love Turn Back Time, and I love Dark Lady, and I love Take Me Home. I love her disco moment there, and I love the whole thing.
Oh, Turn Back Time. Come on. All of them. Oh, Take Me Home. Every time I'm with Travis, my fiance, and we're like on a trip or something, and then we go home, I'm like, take me home. Like after we're trying to get home.
I love it. Well, and I love, but one song I do love that sticks out of my mind, because I'll mention it only because it is one of my favorites, but it's also not, I don't know if it's my ultimate favorite, but it's definitely in my list of ones that I like. And I think I appreciate the fact that it's not one of her hits. But she did a song called Perfection, which I really love. I don't know if you've heard it.
Oh, I have heard it. Side note, I'll give one tea.
Give us some tea, honey.
Okay, so, and this is how cool she is. Okay. every time, so our tour is like, oh, we're on for 2 weeks, we're off for a week, and then or whatever it may be. But we always have to go in. She does a sound check, and we do like a run through of the show and whatever, just so she feels more comfortable.
Well, yeah, anytime you come back from a break, you have to kind of just touch base. Yeah.
Right. And this is the coolest thing ever. And she's so cool. She does it all the time. When we go into sound check, we think we're going to dance and do the show, but she just wants to come in and sing. Yeah. So she'll grab the microphone and she'll just sing random songs.
Ooh, just to get the sound check going. Yeah, but she'll sing whatever she wants.
Yeah.
I love that.
And all of us dancers, bands, riggers, stagehands, lighting, audio, we're all just watching this magical moment. And one time, and she does it every time, like she'll just come in and sing songs. And one time we were at the Park Theater, and this happens a lot. We not this moment, but she'll just sing, and we get to we have a free show. I
love that. Oh, man, I love it. And you need to FaceTime me next time that happens.
Well, we're not allowed to have our phones on stage.
Right,
for
fair
sure
enough. Fair enough.
Yeah. Sorry. But one time we were at the Park Theater and we were getting ready for sound check. We hadn't seen each other for a while. She always greets us, gives us hugs. Like she's so cool. And so she starts a song and she'll sing it. She'll do like a Sonny and Cher song. She'll do all these songs, right? And one time we're all sitting in the audience, all the dancers, and she's like, "What do you want to hear?" And was asking.
Oh my gosh!
So we were throwing out like random
What
songs.
Did you guys say?
Some of hers. Honestly, I can't remember because the moment was so. It went on for probably like 7 songs.
Oh my God, I love it.
And this was, I think, classic Cher, because our dance, we've rotated a lot of people, so we're all sitting there, and I was scared to say something because I'm like still new, and you're just like behave, whatever. And so she was like, she sang a couple songs, and she's like, okay, what you guys out there, what song do you want to hear? And like people were just rattling off songs, and she sang them, and the band was like, are we ready? It was crazy. And so we had a whole private, and like I said, she usually does 3 to 4, but this one time she did so many songs.
She was feeling it, honey. She was in it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And then at the end, we didn't even have to rehearse. We just went home.
You got to tell me about Billboard Awards. I mean, I know you've performed at them many times with different artists, but I want to talk about the year she won the Icon Award, and you guys did Believe. And let me tell you something. First of all, I'm always there for it, but you guys nailed it. It was like seeing in the entire press corps was going crazy over it for the next 2 or 3 days. Everybody, all they could talk about was Cher at the Billboard Awards. Yeah. Because you guys you brought it, you killed it, you nailed it. And I know you do that on stage every night with her, but I think that was what was that was like a great moment for the television audience watching that maybe don't fly to Vegas to come watch her show, to realize Cher is still killing it. Like she is still doing this every night. Yeah. Her body is insane. Her voice is insane. She is an icon. Yeah. And so I've done Billboard shows before, Billboard Awards, and it's, kind of quick and fast. But when we did this, and I remember performing it and we finished, everyone in that audience stood up. Did. I remember, yeah. Everyone stood up. Because everybody could connect. And let me tell you, they could connect with the 2 songs she did and with what you guys did. I don't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry. I just get excited. But I feel like everybody connected in some way with that story, which is kind of what I was saying earlier. Like her music has been able to connect with people, whether they're a fanatic like me or not. There are songs like Believe and songs like Turn Back Time, which are the 2 songs she did and that you guys did with her, that bring people a certain amount of loving nostalgia, like undeniable. And mad respect. Yes. She came out there and she was like, look I'm still here. I've been here. Watch and I'm this. An icon.
and I am getting the Icon Award. And I'm not fronting on anyone that's a young artist sitting in the audience at these awards, but some just have moments. She's had a decade, if plus more,
she's had like 5 decades of moments. Yeah.
Like she's just like the tour keeps going. She just keeps going. So it's kind of like there's only one.
Right.
There's only one Cher, and so it's kind of like if you go to a very remote country in a city in a remote country, and you say Cher, they're gonna know who that is.
Right? No, they will, 100%.
You know what I mean? They're not gonna know, whatever, and most likely something that she has done has touched their lives, and that's why she has such great fans. And so the Billboard Awards was like. We were like, yay, we're doing the Billboard Awards. It's going to be awesome. But like to go and do it for the Icon Award.
It's special.
Yeah. I'm performing with
the icon. The icon.
The
icon. Yeah.
The icon.
And the thing is too, is that with you guys, just to give you this compliment, because I want to, I know I've told you privately, but I just love the way that you guys were able to incorporate, like a song like Believe, for example, which, yes, is one of her biggest hits, and it's very recognizable, and we love it for many reasons. But the reality is it's an older song. And I love that you guys in the show, and also specifically at the Billboard Awards, and it's actually kind of hard to find on YouTube because I've looked many times because that's how much of a freak I am. I love it. To see, it's hard to find like the actual full version, but you guys you guys did like this amazing, wonderful, great choreography before she even came out. Like there was whatever mix it was that you guys used was so smart, and it was so, I felt it connected the dots between this older classic song into what's going on now with EDM. Do you remember that?
Well, that's awesome because it's awesome that you say that, because we have Believe in our show that we've been doing, and Denise Faye was still in the show then, and Melanie Lewis co-choreographed that with Sean Vanderbilt, and Sean also did the music editing.
Nice.
So, and that's just like our team that did it. But we also hired, I think, 4 extra dancers just for the experience to make it look fuller and like bam in your face.
Nailed
and
it.
Was, yeah, and I'm usually in the air during Believe. Like I come out and do the opening, and then I go up into the air. And this is how cool the Cher camp and everyone is. They said, well, we want you in this. You're part of the team. So I had to learn the choreography to be in part of this new number, because we changed the choreo.
I love that. But it is like you guys, exactly what we both just said. I love that there was this big intro that felt very current. It wasn't, and I hope I'm articulating it well. Is that
it's more like a cool music video.
But we put this current and up to date spin on it with this EDM. We're in this EDM moment, which I love too. I love EDM, so we're good. And then like you guys shot up from elevators. You did your thing. You had your neon had your neon bobs on. You were doing your thing. You were killing it. And then it all perfectly came into focus when Cher came out, and you heard that beginning of those lasers of the Believe song.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
And now, if you think about it, she changed so quick.
She did.
Because that was live.
Yeah. So, okay, girl. All right. So, listen. All right. Girl. Now we got to talk about. All right. We've been talking for a long time.
Now, what do we have to talk about? What's that?
Listen, we have to talk about you.
Oh my God.
Listen,
oh my God, my crazy life.
Cher and everything that you do and everything like that. So now let's talk about Sheila's Joy. You have a fabulous online, I'll call it an online store of your curated vintage pieces. You've been collecting for a while, but you also do some like styling. Tell us about this new business of yours.
Oh my goodness. So it's been brewing since I was like, I don't know, 10. Always bought jeans for 25 cents at the thrift store, whatever. Anyway, so I've always kept all of my little goodies and treasures. And when I was on tour and I just bought pieces instead of buying like a coffee mug or a magnet. So I've collected a lot of vintage. I've curated it to my style as well as other people's style. It's called Sheila's Joy, and it's just the Instagram right now. But I also sell on Depop, I sell on eBay, and I sell on Poshmark. And it's just, that's like the start of it all. The website is being worked on right now. And I took a side job. I'm working at a vintage store called Old Gold, and you can find them on Instagram, Shop Old Gold. And Trisha's my boss. She's really cool. She's been in the business for 11 years. She has a fantastic eye. I'm learning so many things from her because I do want to have a shop.
Yeah, and I know you will. You will.
Yeah, and I feel like you have to get it. Like, you can't just go, oh, I want to do pole or I want to dance for Cher. You have to train to get there. So I'm training to get there with this store. And I style online on my Instagram. I get people who ask for certain types of pieces. I do high end. I do a lot of Gucci. I do a lot of Fendi. I do a lot of Christian Dior, vintage. And if someone's looking for something in particular, I will pull it and find it, ship it, and then whether they want to keep it or not, they pay me or they send it back. So it's kind of like a situation like that.
There's really no risk for them, so why wouldn't they? They're like, all right, cool. You're like, I'll send it to you. If you don't like it, send it back. We're cool. Yeah.
Yeah, and I have a lot of friends. I style a couple of my friends that are in the business and stuff. Like if they're doing a music video, they say, hey, do you have this? I'm looking for something 90s, da, da, da. I'll pull it and then I'll send it to them. And so it's kind of that kind of deal. I'm also styling for, in Sacramento, which is where I'm located now. There's a production company that I'm working for. They're doing small artists in Vegas, but I'm styling for a music video next week. Pulling for that collection as well, and doing a little bit of choreography to help them, you know, because people don't really know what I do here, like, because I don't know, I'm trying something else. But anyway, I have tons of stuff, and if anyone needs any look or if they're looking for a particular piece, I can find it, and I'm really good with prices. And then I also like to style people with what they already have in their closet, so they're not spending their money on things that, you know, they don't need. I also collect Navajo rugs, as my dog is chewing a very expensive Navajo rug right now. But anyway, so that's kind of my thing. And then I'm also opening another company, which I hope to launch next year. It is a vintage store as well. It's called Dame a la Mode. And I'm doing that with one of my high school best friends, Genevieve Jan. So she's traveling right now, and I'm doing Sheila's Joy. So we'll meet at the middle and kind of go from there.
I love that. Oh my God, I love that.
Yeah.
So what? Okay. What? Okay, I think you've told me before. Like, are most of your styling clients female, or do you do men as well?
Mm-hmm. I do men as well. I do men. I do. I said do. I do men as well.
It's okay. We've been playing the share drinking game. Oh, share drink. Oh, we've been drinking on this whole time.
This whole time. I do love shopping for men. Right now, the style is changing. It's very gender neutral,
which I love,
especially here. Yeah, it's great. I love when women wear men's clothes and men wear women's clothes. Like, mix it up. Like, to me, it's like whatever you want. So, and what I do is if someone comes to me on Instagram, which is where I can be reached, it's the easiest for Sheila's Joy. I post some things, but I'm always so busy finding things for other people that I don't have time to post my own stuff. Right. So I'm like, I'm not an octopus, right? I don't have like 20 arms. So if someone, for example, is like, hey, I'm looking for Michael Jordan zoot suit style when he would leave the 1990s basketball game. Okay, I send them a look that I find, and then they say yes, I go find it, I price it, and then I send it, they Venmo me, and then I send it to them. I don't even do a styling fee.
Oh, wow.
I just do, and if they say, I don't know what I'm looking for, but I know I want these pants, I'll add a shirt in and to give them an option.
Yeah. I love it. Do you?
Because I feel.
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
I feel like people are in pandemic, scared to go out and buy things, or they don't need anything to wear anywhere, or I like to dress up every day to keep me going, to make me feel like I'm doing something. So to me, it's just like making someone feel good in their own skin, even if it's something that they would have never put on before.
I love that. I love it.
Like, I live in black and white. Okay, well, we need to add some color to your life.
Right.
You know?
Well, listen,
Kind of
I need you to keep your eyes and ears open for me, because I'm always down for some styling
I
help,
will.
and I love you. You always look stunning. So if you wanna
Thank
style
you.
me, I'm down.
I'm down. I'm for sure. I will always, I'm very good at finding things. But Bill, let's be real. You always have the little bow ties and the look. You're already on it.
I love you. Well, I'm ready
You're
for a
ahead.
change, though. I'm ready for something new. Like, can you reinvent me? Like,
Well, let's see. So spring and summer's coming up. The safari look is coming back
Okay.
in. Let's see. It's funny because a lot of like what Gucci, I always go off what Gucci's wearing. And then that's how I like look for things that are
Right.
vintage kind of
Right,
Gucci.
right.
Right? So they're doing a lot of the Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck look right now, which I'm kind of over it, the 90s vibe, not really into it. So we'll see. But for guys, for this summer and spring, I would say linen
Okay.
is definitely in. Oh, my dog knocked the lamp over. Oh, he did it again.
Shit.
I would say linen is definitely in. Khaki linen and like navy blue look. Sliders for guys, like boat
Mhm.
shoes, are back in this summer for sure. And then what else is in for guys?
Because I like,
The very
I like all of those things, but I always like a moment of sparkle too. Like, I'm not trying to
Yes.
go full drag, like, but I like I
Yes.
like a moment of sparkle, like,
Well, because that reminds you of, let's
yeah.
sparkle. You can always add I mean, this is the thing. If you put it on and you feel good and
Yeah.
you like it, screw everyone
Yes,
else.
girl.
Wear it. That's just how it
Do
is.
you have a favorite, like, person to style right now? Like, if you could actually wait, hold on, let me rephrase that. If you could pick anybody in the world to style, who would it be?
Oh my God. Oh my God. That's a hard question. I've never been asked that. Anyone in the world to style.
I'll even make it harder. Dead or alive.
Ooh, that is hard.
No, sorry.
Oh man.
All right, then just give me your top three.
Okay. I have a couple people I'd love to style. And they already have great style. Okay? They already have great style, but I'd like to
collaborate
mix
with
it
them,
up a little bit more. Yeah. I would love to style Billie Eilish.
Okay, yeah. I could see.
She has amazing style. I love it. I love her style. She does a lot of the green. She's doing Gucci a lot, so I always tend to go for Gucci. But I would love to style her 2 outfits in vintage.
I love it.
Like straight up vintage. Not Gucci, but vintage. I also, ironically, I really love Miley Cyrus. And I would love to style her for like 2 looks, but they would be more elegant looks. Because I like her. I for some reason she's already gone like crazy cool, so I want to like
go
elegant,
the other side. Yeah,
really
the other way.
elegant.
Yeah.
And then the last person I would want to style. Oh man, I can't style Cher because she already has a great stylist, and Bob Mackie. And he makes clothes. The last person I would want to style. Oh my goodness. Oh gosh. There's so many things. I wish you would have told me this earlier.
No, this is good. This is
no,
organic. Like, tell me. Yeah.
I mean, it's funny. I look towards like musicians because I know that they're cool and they'll be able to like try it.
What about like Adam
I don't
Levine
know.
or something? I don't know.
Ooh, that'd be cool. I can't say no.
I mean, he
but I'm
always
trying to
has a good style anyway. I don't know. I was just trying to. You said musician, and
Yeah,
that was for some
he's
reason
got
the
it.
first name that popped in my head. Thinking of a
Yeah,
male, thinking of a
music-wise.
male. Yeah.
I'd love to style, like I said, Miley Cyrus for like the Grammys or something. I'd love to just give her. I have a cool vibe. I'd like to give her. Billie Eilish, I want to put her in straight up vintage. Like she's got that look. She's so cool.
What about like someone like
And
Harry
then,
Styles? Like, you've got 2 girls, we need a boy. So
oh, I love Harry. He doesn't need anything.
but like, wouldn't it be fun?
It would be so fun. Actually, when I worked, when Cher did, oh my gosh, what's it called? Why am I blanking? Edit. I was lucky enough to do, oh my gosh, what is it? Why am I, you got me drunk. Yeah, laugh it up.
I'm a little drunk too. And
oh, the Met.
Yeah.
I met Harry Styles backstage.
Oh yeah, at the Met Gala. Yeah,
at the Met Gala. And he was so sweet. He has so much style. All right, one more person. Let me think of the one more person I would love to style.
So I feel like I kind of want to be there. Like I want to be like that. I want to go towards the Harry Styles type moment. I know I've done my preppy and the bow tie thing, but I'm ready. You need to help me go more towards the Harry Styles moment.
That's like really cool vintage shirts, long sleeve button ups with some really rockin' trousers and maybe some suspenders.
Let's do it.
We can do this. You send me your sizes,
Yeah,
like your waist, like armpits, everything, and I can hook you up with a sick outfit. I can't think of the last person. I'll get back to you on that one.
I love you.
There's so many people.
I know. It's a hard question. I love it. So, all right. So, listen, I've had the best time with you.
Me too. We've been going on for too long.
No, not too long. It's been a great time. Before we wrap it up, I kind of want to give you an opportunity to just kind of give any sort of words of wisdom or advice to anybody that's hoping to follow in your footsteps.
Oh, man. My words and advice to anyone in my footsteps: just be yourself. There's going to be ups and there's going to be downs, but just make sure that you always stay focused and enjoy the moment. We're only visiting, so make every day a single vacation.
I love that. Yes, girl. Because it is true. I think that, sometimes we can be so laser focused on a specific goal that at least for me, this has happened in my life where there were definitely points that I realized that it was time to re-strategize. And it wasn't because of failure. It was just because it was time to re-strategize, So being in the moment is very important, and being able to recognize when things are working and maybe when things aren't, and when it's time to, keep going, and when it's time to just re-strategize,
My fiance taught me something really special that I probably should have known before. He always said, well, no one ever told me no. So I just kept doing what I needed to do to get where I was. So it's kind of, like no one ever told me no. So you just keep going and just, as long as you're not hurting anyone, you're fine. And like I said, ups and downs come, but.
So tell us really quickly about your gorgeous fiance, and because she lives engaged here, and she's living it up over there in Sacramento with a fabulous guy.
I got engaged during.
Let's see the ring. Let's see the ring.
During the pandemic, I got engaged. Yes, he did really good. It's vintage. It's from the 1920s, and it's from 1931, and the signature inside is this 2 couple that got married on March 23rd in 1931. So
I love it.
He did really good. But my fiance,
can you tell us any wedding plans?
We're with the pandemic, it's been crazy, so we're trying to figure it out. But we're gonna do something real cute and quaint, probably at home in the park. Good food.
Yeah.
No masks. I want to see people, so it might take a couple months before we do that. But I don't want to see people's tears change their mask color. I want to see their tears.
Right.
So we're focusing on that.
We're not that far away, girl. With the vaccine's here, we'll get there.
Yep.
Yeah,
we're not that far away. And but he's amazing. That's another word of advice. Find someone that supports you, inspires you, loves you through anything.
I love that. Oh, I love that. And he is fabulous.
He is. He's such a good hugger.
We love him.
We love him. We love him. And this little guy.
Is he home right now?
No, he's skiing.
Okay. Let's so let's talk about Vader. Let's see Vader.
Oh my gosh. Can you see him?
I can just see the top of it. Yes! Aw.
Those are Bubba's. Want to see a trick?
He's gotten big already.
Oh, he's huge. Ready? Vader, out. Good boy. Can you sit? Vader, sit.
Aw.
Good boy. Go get it. He's like, I'm not allowed in this room. I've been in this room for 3 hours now.
I know. We have been filming for 3 hours, which I love. But it's gonna take. I got some editing to do now.
I know. Sorry. Oh, it's a baby.
No, it's fine. Listen, I obviously will post the your contact information in the description of the episode, so people can get in touch with you. Whether they want to hire you for styling or any sort of vintage clothing, but also, or if they just want to connect with you just because you're an amazing person.
Yeah. If anyone has any questions, I'm always around. I love helping anyone and anything, even if it's like dance or you have a question about like what I should do or whatever. Like I'm always around.
I love that. Thank you for that. Well,
I
adore you. I adore you. I love you too.
I adore you. Well, I'm sorry, but I have to go to UPS now.
Oh yeah, because you gotta send me my share winnings. No.
I gotta go and ship this. I'm wondering. Yeah, I guess I could roll it up and like in one of those. Yeah, I can figure this out. Well played, Bill.
Listen,
well played.
I can't get enough of you. I feel I know I said this kind of offline earlier, like it's always so special, like to have the one-on-one time with you. I've always felt such an admiration and respect for you as a friend and as an artist.
Ditto.
So thank you, by the way. And you know, we come from, you and I, come from a circle of friends that's lovely and it's great. But like as years go on, we all start doing our own thing, right?
Yeah.
And I love when we have our reunions, but it's nice to have one-on-one with you. Because it's not a group thing. We're having our one-on-one moment. Because you and me, I honestly do. I have to give you this moment. I have to tell you, like, again, as I said before, and I hope I'm not gushing. I'm not trying to. I just giving you facts of like, meeting you when I first moved to Vegas. You were one of those people that was always just so inspiring. That you were one of those people I looked at and I was like, that's the kind of person I want to be. You know what I mean?
I love it, Bill. Right back at you. Like, right back at you. You know that. And one of my favorite times is when we were in New York City.
Oh, yeah. Tell me.
The margarita night.
Oh, we had so much fun that night.
We had so many margaritas. I mean, we were having moments in life that were happening to us, but then we were like, you know what? Let's have some margaritas.
Let's have some margaritas, honey. Yeah.
And that's being there for your friends is like the most important thing.
It really is. Like you need
your family is everything.
You need to find your tribe. Have your tribe with you. Yeah, exactly. Which is when I was younger, I was always grateful for friendships, but I think when I was younger, it was more like I was always so inclusive, which isn't a bad thing. But like, I think as I've gotten older, I've gotten a lot more protective and maybe selective over who I let in my inner circle. For sure. And you find your friends and then you know who they are and then you go from there. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, hey girl. Well, I love it. So listen, we had a really productive show. I won some shit and you won some good shit. We had some good shit. And we heard all about the Sheila Joy Beerford experience, who is so full of joy. I always love that thing where we say Sheila Joy full of joy. I love it. Wait, I have two coasters. Which one? I want Dark Lady. This one? Oh yeah, they're both Dark Lady. Yeah, I want the one with the cat. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fine. And I just love you. We'll stop gushing because I'm sure people are like over us. Sheila Joy Beerford, part of Classic Share, and also Sheila's Joy online curated vintage store. So check her out. You won't be disappointed. And I just adore you. And congratulations on your upcoming wedding. I can't wait to be there with you, to celebrate with you. And just so much love. I love you more, and thank you for having me. And you're doing the most amazing thing in the world, is spreading love through a podcast. Oh, thank you. I love you. Cheers, girl. One more drink. Okay. Cheers. Cheers. You gotta let Cher know about this podcast, 'cause I had my moment.
I will.
All right.
I will.
I love it.
I'll post it. I will.
So if y'all liked what you heard, please go ahead and show us some love and hit that subscribe and follow button. Also, you can check us out at www.heygirlpodcast.com. Girl is spelled with a U. For all updates and cocktail recipes, merchandise, whatever you want, it's all there, girl. Have a great weekend. We love you. Bye-bye.
Mwah.